Yo, do you?
All right. So this episode is brought.
All right, just moving right along.
Yeah.
No comment on my intro.
We sort of have to get to the advertiser.
Sure.
Yeah. Don't be mad. This episode is brought to you by Warby Parker. That's warbyparker.com, and they make cool eyeglasses and sunglasses. How do I know they're cool? Because I've been wearing them for the last 3 gosh darn years.
How do you like that?
And aren't I the coolest person you know?
People do like your glasses.
It's
the
true.
one thing people like about you, actually.
I like the fact that they're plain. There's no annoying logo on them. They're just like normal cool glasses. My style is called the Crosby, but they have many other types of styles.
Yes, they're very. I legitimately go on their website, look at the glasses. You will be impressed. Even if you don't need glasses, just go look. I don't wear glasses, and I want glasses. I want bad eyesight, so I can wear eyeglasses.
Well, you can buy the frames with the frames with not like prescription lenses in them. They also have prescription sunglasses, which is a pretty big game changer. I know a lot of people who wear glasses who don't wear sunglasses because you don't want to put contacts on and then sunglasses over them. So I bought prescription sunglasses. And they really revolutionize it. They really revolutionize it.
It's been revolutionized.
It's completely new. And they're also insanely cheap. I mean, we're talking $95 for frames and lenses. I don't know if anyone's ever bought glasses, but those are basically, they seem humorously fakely cheap, but they're actually high quality. Like, it doesn't seem real that they're actually $95, but they are. So do check it out, warbyparker.com. And if you want... they have a home try-on program. They send you 5 frames. You try them on. You send them back with your prescription, and then they give you the frames that you want with your lenses in them in the mail. And you can use coupon code CROSBY, CROSBY. Then they'll send you those glasses with expedited shipping with no additional charge.
Boom.
And that's a special little treat for you guys. Oh, and as we've been doing with some of our sponsors, if you do buy a pair of glasses, forward us that receipt to ifiwereyoushow@gmail.com, and we'll give you guys a little shout-out next time we pimp out Warby Parker. So that's it. Please check them out. It'll help us out. Support the sponsors, support our show, and enjoy this episode. Later, skaters.
Awful.
Sorry.
Sipping on some Gatorade and vodka. Yeah, they got some stories to tell ya. And at times when you don't know what to do, stick in your hand, boy, you got no clue. So just listen to If I Were You. So just listen to If I Were You.
What do they whisper at the end?
Stylin'? Stylin'?
Man, I love that one. Our fans are so much more talented than us.
Yeah, they don't have to know that. You shouldn't inflate their ego too much, because then they're going to start a podcast and people will stop listening to ours.
I hope they do.
No, I really hope they do.
I'd love to record an intro for that band's podcast.
That wouldn't work out. That was Jacques Snow, and this is If I Were You.
Do they have a website that I could go to? Probably.
Maybe. If you search Jacques Snow on myspace.com, maybe you'll find something.
Damn.
This is If I Were You, the only advice podcast on the whole internet, hosted by us. I'm Amir.
And I'm Jake.
And we are not drunk.
We're the opposite of the last podcast. We're recording this at like 11 a.m.
Right.
in your apartment, in your towel cavern.
But you know what? It works. So no regrets. I guess the opposite of drunk would be hungover, which we're not that either.
I'm a little hungover still from the other night.
Jeez,
Yeah.
that was 5 days ago.
I drank that much vodka Gatorade.
I raged that much face.
I raged so much face. I was actually still drinking into Monday, and I woke up and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to keep on going. Keep the dream alive.
That's what they call a bender, I think.
Yeah, I didn't want to let the hangover set in, so I was like, hair of the dog, hair of the dog, hair of the dog, whole dog in my body right now.
You actually ended up eating a dog. You were so drunk.
I was so drunk I ate a dog.
Yeah, I shaved a dog and then ate the dog.
It was crazy. I cared. I didn't want fur in my mouth, but I was drunk enough to eat a dog. But I was conscientious of fur.
So this podcast is about us eating animals, describing how they are, how they feel, how they taste.
If this is your first time listening, we have a shaved dog here.
Today's episode.
This has making sound effects for the next hour.
That was the dog actually making that razor noise. In actuality, this podcast is about real people emailing us in. They're in difficult places in their lives, and they're seeking solace, comfort, and advice, and we try to give it to them as best we can.
Seeking solace in all the wrong places.
Yeah, mainly just this one.
We've almost never been sympathetic.
If anything, we only add to the stress that they feel by making fun of them and their
You
loved
find
ones.
yourself in a public or in a difficult situation, and you will be publicly shamed.
How's that for fair? How is that a good idea? Either way, it works. Yeah, they email us at iwereyoushow@gmail.com. We read all the emails. We choose 4 to 6 to answer during the show, and we try our best, damn it. Don't be like pissed off that we don't get to
no
everyone.
One's saying like that to you. Right
I know.
now. No
I'm
one's
just
talking
like
that.
my default setting is pissed off, annoyed, angry.
Change
and,
that.
Yeah,
Change that.
I don't think I should though.
All right. Well, that's
the
a
worst
huge
part.
problem.
Yeah, I don't even want
You
to
think
start
you're in the
changes.
right. It's not
Yeah.
even like I don't think I can. It's like
Yeah.
I don't think I should.
Yeah, like I'm-
everyone should be as pissed and scared as you are.
Right, like an alcoholic who doesn't want to recover. How's he supposed to help himself?
Yeah, I guess the first part is recognizing that you need help.
And I do not do that.
Right,
I
you're-
don't think I have
you're
a
a bad
problem.
person.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Did I miss anything? Or is that usually...
You forgot to mention that you were a bitch. Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
No, that's fine.
That's what you're gonna. Okay.
Holy shit.
Crying?
It really...
Real tears?
Yeah.
You're weeping.
Yeah.
I meant it was a.
I know it was a joke, but it really freaking... It sounded real and it felt real.
I know it.
No joke is 100% false, all right? There's a shred of truth in every joke, and that
Holy-
shred really just cut into my freaking heart or
Are
something.
you kidding?
I'm actually not kidding.
I'm not kidding. Leave my towel cavern.
Please don't open the door, as it will create a reverb echo effect that I can't have in this show.
I'm
right.
speaking into a towel right now, you guys.
you don't understand. There's a pillow. We're doing this from a pillow fort, but it sounds great. Should we get started? Should we start reading some email, try to answer some questions?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's help some people in need.
This is exciting. The whole episode doesn't exist yet, but is about to. Think about that.
No, just start reading.
Okay. Just trying to imbue some poetic.
Jake, please think about it.
I don't know. It's cool if you think about it for
Nope, I won't.
All right. Yeah. We're small little people, and the world is so grand, but we're making a little bit of a difference, I guess. Think
Whatever,
about.
let's do it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. This one comes from. We'll call him Sam Seaborn.
Lovely.
Fake name, real person, real email. We're gonna give everyone a fake name just to preserve some anonymity.
The most impressive thing you do on this podcast
is
to me
say
is
anonymity
every
without
single time.
incorrectly.
Anonymity. Oh wait, I could do it. Anonymity.
Oh, I'm no longer
Anonymity.
impressed.
You're a hack, sir.
I no longer need you. All right, here we go. Fake name, real email. Dear Jake Meir. So last night I was browsing the internet and I found a link to some porn on a message board. Curious and mildly aroused, I pasted it into an incognito tab and checked it out. Turns out it wasn't as satisfying as initially described, so I skipped the jacking off and went to sleep. The next morning I woke up particularly early due to a bad night's sleep. Still drowsy, I stumbled to my computer to browse Tumblr while I woke up. I happened to see a cool Batman picture and decided to link it to my GF. I selected the URL, opened up a chat window with her, hit Control-V, then Enter to send the message. But, to my horror, I forgot to copy the Batman pics URL, and instead sent her the mediocre porn link from the previous night. She's offline, but the messages will be delivered as soon as she logs on. I've only got a few hours until she wakes up and sees it. How do I prevent the imminent embarrassment? Yours truly, Sam Seaborn.
I don't want my girlfriend to know I watch mediocre porn. Send her a link to the real shit, dude.
If it was hot, then that would be one thing, but it was so mediocre I couldn't even get off to it. Now she's going to see it and think I did.
I also love the way this guy watches porn. It's just like, I was on a message board, thought I might see some porn. I was ready to jerk off, but it wasn't satisfying. So I skipped it and went to bed.
Yeah.
Who does that?
I was so close, but at that point, what am I going to go back to the message board? What
Right.
message board is this?
It's so weird. It's like, all right, here's this porn. I'm going to do it. And then nothing. Well, there's no other porn on the internet. I guess that one wasn't the video for me.
I'm sort of one and done in that regard. I don't really like to give it 2 chances.
Oh, man.
I believe in fate.
Is it not embarrassing that you were going to send your girlfriend a cool Batman picture?
What's more embarrassing, the Batman picture or the mediocre porn you were going to send?
I guess to me, they're almost equally embarrassing.
Have you ever found porn on a message board? What is that?
Totally, yeah.
So what? It's like a porno message board.
In my
It's like a
experience,
forum?
In my experience, turn the volume down, Mom.
But not all the way off. You're listening it too loud right now.
Wash a dish or something. I know you. All right. You like if you find like say you're watching a porn video and it's a very attractive girl and you're like, oh, I like the way she does this. I'm a new fan of hers, and then you find out her name. You could like Google her. Sometimes message boards will show you like obscure videos that she's done that you might not have seen.
So once you do some more research, it'll lead you to a message board.
Right.
I see. So
You
okay.
are like a passive porn watcher.
Yeah,
You're just
I like- yeah.
I'll just go to RedTube, watch like whatever top videos there are right there on the front page.
I'm an amateur.
I'm
a goddamn hack. I'm a 15-year-old.
I'm in like the deep cuts of you porn. You understand? Watching videos from 1998,
Before the internet.
porn's golden years.
You can tell they were digitized from VHS. Deep cuts.
That was one of the names of the pornos that I watched.
That's the name of the message board.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing you can do. I think just own up to it, laugh, be
No.
like, haha, wrong link. LOL.
Yeah, well, you can play it off as a joke. You can play it off as a joke. You can play it off as a mistake. Or you can just apologize.
The problem is, it's definitely like if it were hot porn, you could send it to her and be like, "I want to do this with you," and it's like, "Wow, that's kind of sexy."
But to wake
like,
up at 8 a.m. and have that?
mediocre porn.
He sent it in the morning. It wasn't like a late night thing. Hey, 7:48 a.m. I
people
just
have sex in the morning.
Yeah, but to send that chat, like, is to admit that you were looking at porn at like 7:45 a.m. and sending it to her.
Right. How close are you with your girlfriend? I wouldn't be so like.
Answer, Jake. Answer the man. How close are you with your girlfriend?
Yeah, you're very intimate. You presumably. Well, I don't know how old you are, or what you do, but
We
maybe
need
don't
more
have sex with
information.
her.
But is it embarrassing to admit to your girlfriend that you watch porn?
Everybody watches porn.
But is it still embarrassing to admit to your girlfriend that you watch porn?
It's embarrassing that she's gonna see a video, but like it's not like you jerked off to that video. So it's
Yeah,
not
but
totally-
is that what he's going to say? No, you don't understand. It's not like I jerked off to it.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. It's a very weird situation.
I think you send her you say, whoops, wrong link, LOL.
Don't
as
click,
if-
don't click, don't click.
Yeah, as if like you were like, oh, that was like a weird joke that I sent you porn instead of like the Batman URL, when in actuality, that's what you did.
Or just send her a bunch of links starting now, just like 28 links, and then just be like, sorry, I got spam. Don't click on any of those. It's spam.
Or like send her 4 porn links in a row and be like, LOL, sorry, my roommate got a hold of my computer.
Oh, there you go.
That's what I would do. I would say somebody else sent that over.
I'd send you a bunch of porn links, and then not even blame the roommate. Just be like, that's because porn being sent out is total spam. Just be like, that was a spam bot. Sorry.
Like my computer got hacked
Yeah.
by a robot that sent you porn links.
Right.
Anyway, to make up for it, here's a cute little Batman pic. I think it's too late by the time you got this. But Sam Seaborn, if you're listening, please let us know how you played it. I want to like do a little follow-up pup to this guy.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to see how he played it off.
His girlfriend jerked off to the Batman picture.
Do you think it's possible that this could lead to a fight?
I'd be very surprised.
It's like, why did you send me that? Why are you looking at that?
Am I not satisfying for you? I'm like, no, dude.
I'll dress up like Batman if that's what'll get you off. Stop sending me Batman pictures. And then, it'll lead to some really cool role-playing shit where she's Batman, you're
You ever been
Catwoman.
fucked by Robin? Hell yeah.
Only Batman's been fucked by Robin.
Only Robin's been fucked by Batman. You almost said mercy.
Did not.
You totally did.
But in my head I did it, but I didn't say it out loud.
Oh, mercy.
By the way, the Uncle Jesse quote is have mercy.
Yeah.
Not
So
oh
you're-
mercy.
Right.
So I'm still within my legal bounds
I think you're still a hack. You're just saying the quote wrong.
I'm messing up twice. I'm plagiarizing incorrectly so that it outdoes the plagiarism. All right, let's go on to question number 2. This one's from Leo McGarry. Leo McGarry writes, I've just found a small injured bird outside my friend's house at which I am house sitting at the moment. I instinctively brought it inside, but now I'm at a loss for what to do. Now I just have a small dying bird in a shoebox. Help.
What can we help with? What can we help with, Leo?
It is funny that he like instinctively brought in this bird. He's like, oh, he's injured. Oh, I'm going to put it in a shoebox. All right. It's at home. It's at home.
bird.
And damn it. What now?
Birds die all the time in nature.
What you're doing is disrupting the status quo.
I have similar experiences with this. Back in where I grew up, we had a lot of cats, my family. So my cats were always like killing and maiming squirrels and birds.
Right.
And my family, like, I mean, I buried so many birds in little shoeboxes in my yard.
And then you just, so you rescue them in the shoebox and then you just bury them when they're alive?
And this is actually what you should do. If the bird, if you think you might be able to help it, you can take it to your local humane society.
Do vets give a shit about like injured pigeons?
Not vets, humane societies.
What's the difference?
I'm not sure the Humane Society looks after like all animals. Vets
So,
are
like,
like
you bring
pets.
them- you bring them
And
a-
you, like, vets cost a shitload of money. Humane societies are like pro bono. You know, you can bring that bird there. Actually, my sister 2 weeks ago found a baby bird like limping around our yard. She skipped work.
Yeah.
Took the bird. The nearest open humane society was like an hour away. She drove all the way out there. Showed them the bird. They said, "Oh, this is just a baby bird. It's learning to fly. Its parents were watching it from the nest." So what you've done is frighten the parents. You stole the bird. It was about to learn to fly, and so she like freaked out again. Had to bring it all the way back to my house. This is a 2-hour drive at this point. But as soon as she opened the box, the bird flew out and flew right up into its nest.
So here's an argument for you. The Humane Society does more harm than good.
What?
Yeah.
How?
Just by wasting so much manpower, electricity, energy, resuscitating needless animals' lives. It's a waste. It's a net drain on society.
That is so not fair.
How's that?
That is,
The cost of electricity.
Confirmation. You're an asshole.
The cost
You're
of
a
gas,
bad person.
The amount of gas people spend driving freaking birds to this Humane Society.
Well, you
is,
know-
the cons outweigh the pros of helping out a pigeon.
That's
yeah,
not
you
fair.
should be able to kill birds. You should be able to kill birds without
You
feeling
do kill
any
birds. You killed several birds this week. I see you have a slingshot like a goddamn debaucherous 8-year-old or something.
Like a friggin' Bart Simpson with a vendetta. I just walk around Brooklyn killing birds, stuffing them into my pockets.
I'm Googling Humane Society right now. I really think I think they do a lot of good work.
Yeah?
I really do.
Yeah, you think they do good work?
Yes.
They were what? They like put like lizards. They like fix lizards' feet and like make sure that like squirrels are not in pain.
Well, yeah, they fuck you, man. They try to stop animal suffering due to cruelty. Okay, so yeah.
Well, what animals? I feel like if it's smaller than a squirrel, they're suffering.
You think small birds can suffer and die with no help?
With no remorse, yes. I don't think there should be humans spending time resuscitating animals smaller than squirrels.
You know, I think you're wrong. I also think, like, when we were younger, when we did this, when we rescued squirrels and birds and brought them to the Humane Society and saw them healed, that was like us learning compassion for other things. Not necessarily like, yes, I care a lot about squirrels now, but I try to care more about people now because, like, I recognize.
Oh,
that,
so you start with squirrels and then you work your way up to human.
I think so. What is it? You're giving me a look.
I just think small animals deserve to die or suffer based on what happened.
You don't
to
even
them
think
in
small
nature.
animals at least just deserve to live
No, I really
like outside of human interaction?
Yeah,
You think they should all
I
be
really
dead.
feel like they should all
You would
be
like,
dead.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, I would love a world with no birds.
Yeah.
You don't want to hear birds sing. You don't want to
Let me
look
answer-
at squirrels jumping around in the trees. You don't like that?
When you run over a bird, have you ever run over a bird?
Yes, I've run over.
And how do you feel?
When I hit several robins once, and I also hit a raccoon one time. I ran over a cat once.
Okay,
an
now we're getting
armadillo.
into areas that you should start feeling bad about. But did you feel any remorse when you killed a robin?
I felt a ton of remorse when I killed a robin.
So how was I raised differently from you? Because if I killed a bird, if I ran over a bird, I would feel absolutely nothing.
When we were driving in Iceland, my brother hit a bird, and it was my brother, and he almost cried. we were driving. He hit a bird. We all felt terrible. Then, like, later, Jeff was making fun of him. He's like, "Please don't." I can't handle that.
Not right
Kill a
now.
bird- like, I don't know, a squirrel maybe. Honestly, I think I felt the equal amount of remorse for hitting the cat, but. I mean,
It's
birds
not that
can
I
fly. They're
yeah,
beautiful.
I mean, I don't actually think that people should kill animals or make them suffer, but I feel like if in nature these small animals are suffering or do die, I don't feel anything.
Well, it's
towards
not in
that.
nature if you hit a bird with your car.
A car is part of nature.
No, it's not.
Haven't you seen that Yukon Denali commercial where it comes out of a tree?
I haven't, and I stand corrected.
Built for tough.
GMC makes cars from the earth.
So what should this guy do? Bring him to a humane society.
I think you should bring it to a
That drain on society. That drain on humane society. You know what? I'm going to start a petition that'll lobby to close every humane society.
I'm sure there's a very valid reason. They have them in every country, so I think there's a valid reason for humane societies.
Let me know what they are. All right. Ready? Question number 3. I can't wait to see how I come off on this one. Whether or not I should lobby for animal hospitals to be shut
To be
down
fair,
permanently.
You don't care about animals, but I don't care about people. So
I guess we're fair. Yeah, if I'm like the nicest guy and like super friendly and care so much about people and do a lot of charity work, but have the attitude that I have towards animals, am I still a good guy?
I guess so.
Am I better than a guy who loves animals but hates humans?
I mean, you're pretty passive. It's not like you're out there actually trying to close humane societies, actually killing animals. So,
that's true. It's mostly for joking sake.
right,
But
you're still a good guy.
But I do feel it that way a little bit. Enough to embellish it into a comedy bit.
It's a little callous, I guess.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. A little callous is the nicest way you could have described that rant. All right, question number 3. This one comes from CJ. CJ Craig writes, "Hey guys, I got a huge problem. My best friend that I met in 4th grade and has been a brother to me ever since started dating my sister about 2 years ago. I had no problem with the relationship, and I actually enjoyed being around them since we all get along so well. Recently, however, I found out my sister gave handjobs to 3 different people on the football team. What do I do? I love them both, and neither one has ever given me a reason to distrust them. I love my sister, but my best friend means everything to me. Do I tell him or pretend that I never knew? Thank you so much. If you read this, please help."
Yikes. 3 hand jobs.
Yeah, 3 handjobs to, let's see how many people. Okay, 3 different people. 1
Right.
handjob per person.
Jesus. I mean, I think if it's that intense of a cheat, was it at the same time? I'd really like to know if it was at the same time in the
Double-
locker room after either a football win or a loss.
I'd like to know, because if it was a loss, then she's just being compassionate.
Yeah. As long as it wasn't a congratulatory hand job, I think we're in the clear here.
Is handjob worse or better for cheating than making out? Like, if you found out that your girlfriend gave someone a handjob, is that worse than making out?
This is the second hand job cheat question that we had.
Yeah.
It's so weird. It's so foul.
It's in between. It's you can like construe it as like handjob is like, more sexual because it's like more intimate. But at the same time, it's like more scientific than making out.
No fluids are exchanged,
Well, there's fluid coming out.
but exchanged.
Yeah. I guess it's either in one person's body or out of both of them. When making out is like swapping saliva.
Flopping saliva, and then oral sex is like saliva with semen.
Yeah. So if anything, handjobs should be first base because it's just one person pleasuring another one.
Let's try to change the world, people.
Yeah.
Hand job's the new first base.
base.
Kissing is home, all right?
No. So what is having sex?
Grand slam.
Which is also home.
Technically.
But you're sending 3 other people home
You
with
can
you.
only have foursomes from now on.
Orgies or grand slams.
I guess if I were you, I would I'd talk to your sister and say, hey, I know what happened. I think you need to make this right in your relationship, whether it means telling him or breaking up or whatever. But I don't know. There's something weird about like being the middleman and taking the matters into your own hands like that.
You know what it is? Here's a good mathematical way of quantifying it. You have
Thank God. Thank God you're here to quantify it mathematically for us.
So let's say
Everyone turn the podcast off now.
So let's say your relationship with everyone is on a scale of 1 to 100. So if you're really close to someone, that's 100. If you're very far, it's a 1. And then everyone else lies somewhere in between. Whoever's number is higher is whose loyalty you should be with. So for example, you caught your sister giving 3 handjobs. Are you a 90 with her and an 85 to your friend? Because if so, that 90 is higher than the 85, and thus you shouldn't tell your friend. But if you're closer with your friend than you are with a girl, then your loyalty is owed to him, and you should tell that person. So whether you catch your sister cheating on her boyfriend, the decision whether to tell that person or not depends on how close you are with the person that you cheated on him with.
I completely disagree.
Really?
Yeah.
So if you saw your friend, let's say Rosie, and he was dating some girl you didn't know, and he was cheating on her, would you tell that girl?
I think
You would not.
That's a different
You
situation.
would not.
If
You
I
would
didn't,
not.
if I didn't know
You
the
would
girl,
not. You would not. Oh my God, he's broken.
if I knew two people
Yeah.
relatively well, if they're like 90s or 85s on your scale that you just fucking pulled from your asshole, I think the respectful thing to do is talk to your one friend who made the mistake and say, I know about this. You have to correct it.
How does one correct it? Okay, let me go
Tell
back
the
in
truth.
time. And like force that person to tell the truth to his
Maybe not
girlfriend?
like force them to tell them, but like they know that someone else knows. They're way more likely to be like, all right, I have to come clean. I
Okay.
can't be like, you keep it quiet. The three guys on the football team have to keep it quiet.
So let's say you have an acquaintance that you don't know very well, and you see him cheating on your sister with somebody else. Would you still talk to the acquaintance who you put at a 50,
I'd
or would
punch
you
him
tell
in the
your
face
sister?
and I would tell my sister.
You know why? Because she's higher. She's
That's-
higher than a 50. She's a goddamn
Fine.
99. I'm sorry, she
My
couldn't
sister's
max
a 100.
out.
I
She
love
could
you.
not max-
I love you, Sarah, Rachel, Liza, Hannah. You guys are all the best. I would punch anybody in the face if they cheated on you. But they're two separate instances. One is a stranger and someone you love. The other is two people that you know. So
Okay.
your fucking algorithm doesn't work out both
Okay,
ways.
I'm saying the extreme versions. Okay, but let's say you see an acquaintance of yours cheating on a really good friend of yours.
I tell my really good friend.
Right, you tell the person
Bring
that
it
you're
up to
closer
this
with.
guy's level, which is the
Okay.
advice we're talking about right now. Sister and best friend.
I think, unless this best friend is closer to you than
I think
your
your number
sister-
game gets too blurry up here.
No, I
when
think-
you're above a 50 on either person, it's too blurry.
I
You
think if
tell-
your sister's 100 and this guy's a 99, your loyalty is your sister, you don't say anything.
I quit. How about that? Last podcast ever, people.
Jesus, you're
we
taking
ain't seen
off.
eye to eye on this. I'm done.
Actually, the last two questions we've disagreed on have been very callous for both of us.
Oh yeah, shit.
You know, usually you come off as like the worst person in these, but now I'm feeling, I don't know, ashamed of myself almost. Lobbying for the permanent closure of these humane societies and hiding cheating affairs.
I hate birds and relationships.
How's that for fair? This isn't nice. This isn't good. I'm not coming off well.
You know who is coming well though? Those three kids on the football team. Hey-oh, mercy.
Three different people, three hand jobs.
Three handies.
It's like a fairy tale. She gave three hand jobs to three people.
It
and
was
I-
at the same time too, if you could imagine.
like some sort of Vishnu cranking three pumps
Two
at
with
the
their
same
hands
time.
and then the other one with her vagina. So I guess it was sex. I gave him a fucking hand job with my pussy.
God. All right, I'm back to being the more likable one.
Sorry, yeah.
We're all.
Mom, you can turn it up now.
How would she know? Someone's listening for her?
Mom? Mom!
Stop washing the dish. Stop washing the dish.
It's clean!
Just scrubbing the same dish down to the porcelain nub.
Hands shaking because she knows I'm talking about chicks.
There's nothing she hates more than knowing you talk about chicks. Chicks and birds. Birds and birds. Because chicks used to be called birds. Also, chick is a bird. All right, enough about that.
You're alone in a room right now.
Technically, a chick is a bird.
chick is a bird.
Baby chicken. I don't know. Are chickens birds? What about hens? All right. Question number 4. We're running out of time, but we got to get through it. Wait, maybe we should take that break.
Oh, nice little
We never take the breather.
Let's take the breather.
All right. What are you doing right now?
I'm gonna flex in my arm. Been on a diet for the last 3 days.
What do you mean 3 days? Today's Wednesday. This is the 3rd day of your diet.
Today's okay.
You've been on a diet for 2 days.
Yeah, yesterday.
Also, what did you have for breakfast?
I had a croissant today.
And then what did you have? What did you drink for breakfast?
Coffee
With?
cream and sugar.
Okay, so far today, which is the 3rd day of your 3-day diet, you've had cream, which is basically the liquid that separates butter from milk. Sugar,
hardly
which is pretty much the
constitute- this
worst
is a
part of
break,
the diet.
friend. This is
and
not
then
a breather.
croissant, which is a carb-loaded buttery pastry treat.
And you know what? I'm still fucking ripped.
So there's that. But you know what? I guess it is a diet because for lunch you have spinach.
For lunch, I've only eaten raw vegetables and lean meat for the past 2 days.
2 days.
And for dinner, I only eat vegetables and meat. So
So you're leading a 2/3 carb-free diet. You're living
basically.
paleo
And,
for
you know, if you're
2/3
gonna
of the
eat carbs,
day.
you're supposed to eat them in the morning because you have all day to work them off.
And if you don't eat carbs,
If you don't eat carbs, then you're healthier than I am.
Well, you need some carbs because, you're working out. You need that energy to burn. I'm
Right,
not
but I
sure if
think
the
you
paleo diet is as healthy as it sounds.
But you get carbs from like some fruits, right? There's
That's
some
true.
There's definitely nobody is like, oh, you need to eat like a croissant every day.
No,
That's
yeah.
not a thing.
Why are you working out? Why is this diet happening now?
I'm going to Burning Man,
Uh-huh.
so I want to be able to take my shirt off and look strong.
What is Burning Man?
Burning Man is what is Burning Man?
Yeah.
It's sort of like an exercise in radical self-expression.
Uh-huh.
And that's according to the website.
And according to you,
It's like I think it's like a
where chicks just like walk around.
It's a 7-day
naked or
rave in the
costume.
desert where I'm just gonna be. They call it when you have sex with Burning Man, they call it dusting
Why?
because everyone's so dusty, and I guess you like pound each other and the dust flies off.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I don't think that actually happens, but I guess that's what they call it.
I'm sure that happens.
Oh, I mean, like sex definitely happens, and
Yeah.
maybe the dust flies off. I guess maybe, who knows?
60,000 people?
60,000 people in the desert.
And that's why you're not eating any carbs after 10 a.m. every morning?
Right. I want to look ripped.
And then when you get to Burning Man, what's the diet like there?
It's you only eat what you bring in, so I guess I'm just gonna get like a bunch of Cliff Bars and stuff.
So back to regular carbo loading.
Yeah, or like maybe I'll get some jerky. I don't really know.
You're just going to arrive in the desert with 12 pounds of jerky.
I want to
and
be on
Clif
so many
Bars.
fucking drugs it won't matter what I eat.
Oh,
That's that for an answer.
It's going to be so sad when they play this clip at your funeral. I'm going to be on so many drugs, it doesn't matter what I eat.
At least he died happy. Starving on drugs.
All right, last question. Let's get to it. Let's squeeze it in. This one comes from President Bartlett. Hey guys, I'm in a pretty bad predicament. My school is hosting a charity date auction and I was asked to participate. Unfortunately, I have no discernible talent to display at the show. Most of my talents are not something you can display on stage, if you know what I mean. No, really. I like having conversations about politics and the economy, but I'm not even sure that qualifies as a talent. I tried learning to play the harmonica, but that's been a while and I'm pretty shitty at it. Should I try to improve on that before the show? Same goes for whistling, I guess. Hope to hear your thoughts on it.
Jesus. Is there any way you can get out of the talent show?
Unfortunately, the school he has asked him to participate, and he's I guess he's committed at this point. His talent is it's not really a talent. He just likes having conversations about politics.
Right,
and
yeah,
the
your
economy.
question is like not sure if that qualifies as a talent. It doesn't.
Okay, and then he sort
I
of
like
goes,
talking about some topics. Does that make me talented?
well, that's what we do here, and we assume we're talented.
Oh shit.
Oh my God, this is us.
Start a podcast. I can't whistle.
I can't play the harmonica. We're just as talentless as this guy.
Oh no.
But the thing is, we're not signed up to perform at a talent show.
Right, there you go.
You know what I did at a talent show in third grade, which maybe this guy can cram in, is memorizing all the presidents
Oh,
in order. Sort of difficult, sort of easy. It is somewhat of a talent because it's like, hey, you memorized 44 names or whatever.
Right, you say them really fast.
Sure, it's probably more
Do
interesting.
you still
when
know them?
I like know most of them in chunks. There's a few in the 20s that like get like a little hazy to me. But this is over 20 years ago I memorized it.
Wow.
So, it just goes to show you how the powerful your memory can be.
I don't even know the second president.
John Adams.
There we go.
Do you know any other number? Like if I say 1, that's George Washington. Is
Yeah.
there any other number that I can name that you would know the president?
I know 16 was Lincoln.
That's true.
I guess Barack Obama's 44.
3.
Is it 43?
No, that's 40. I'm saying you know 3
yeah, but I
presidents.
could go back from there for a while.
This is him on stage at the talent show.
So I know Washington's 1, Lincoln's 16, Obama,
I think,
Bush,
44.
Clinton, the other Bush. I think it was Reagan before that. Like, so I could go back a little bit.
Is anyone keeping track of how much I am? Microphone
I mean, that's
feedback.
pretty good.
Holy
Okay,
shit.
whistling. Here we go.
Oh, I guess you could say I have the blues about this. Oh
A
God,
tomato. It's a. What about juggling? I learned to juggle in like an hour.
is that true?
Yeah, juggling's not very hard.
Yeah, but the
I mean,
juggling
learning-
that you can do isn't good for a talent show.
3 balls?
For crying out loud. Yeah, that's the minimum. The minimum juggling is what you learn.
Yeah, I feel like the barrier for entry to
3
this talent
balls.
show is nothing. Okay, like they're begging him to perform. He doesn't even have a talent. So I think juggling is probably gonna fly.
3 balls? What's more impressive than 3? The minimum amount of balls you can juggle.
People do 2 with one hand.
Only when they're learning how to do 3.
Oh, the other thing is we can do Rubik's cubes.
Oh,
We can
yeah.
solve a Rubik's cube in like under 2 minutes. That looks kind of impressive.
I taught myself that. Well, not really. I did it from a YouTube tutorial. You can YouTube Rubik's Cube tips, and there's this whole tutorial that shows you how to do a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, then you speed it up. Me and you used to have a contest. My time, I feel like I remember I got it to 2:18, and then we were trying to get it under 2 minutes, and you did it under 2 minutes.
Right, and then we both forgot how to do it.
That's true. But if it's fresh in your mind, you could totally do it on stage. That would be cool.
I'm pretty into like the idea of like little weird party tricks like that, just to keep my brain sharp and to hopefully impress someone one day.
Right.
The Rubik's Cube thing has never paid off, but I recently learned how to memorize a deck of cards. That's something I want to sort of try doing. Like looking at a deck of cards and then a minute later being able to recite the order.
Right, that'd be really cool.
Would that be impressive?
Definitely.
For
So
a
I would try
talent
to
show,
learn
yeah.
a music instrument right now. Like a
Yeah, yeah.
harmonica? No, it's going to take a lot of practice to be actually like impressively good at the harmonica.
But memory is the shit.
Yeah, go for
memory is
that.
the way to go. That's our advice. If I were you, I'd
This was the most genuine advice we've ever given. I don't think we made fun of him enough.
let's release a bonus podcast where for half an hour
We turned
we're
into this
berating
talentless loser.
who we just found out is slightly more, if not equally talented than us. All right, we are way long. So, yeah, thanks so much for listening, everybody. The email address, we totally didn't even mention what the email address was, which is ifiwereyoushow@gmail.com. Email us in. We'll do our best to answer your questions, try to get you out of the sticky situations that you find yourself in, or at the very least, we'll try to make fun of you a little bit.
Yeah.
What else can we plug? What else can we talk about? Our YouTube account.
That's right. We're uploading episodes to YouTube now.
Yeah.
So you can listen to it.
If you go to youtube.com/ifiwereyou show, you can watch our videos there. We also did a video episode of a podcast. We want to do another one, hopefully in September and October. So all our videos will go there. Check that out. And thanks for listening on SoundCloud and on iTunes.
Y'all are the best.
Y'all really are the best.
Y'all are the best.
And please keep the theme song submissions coming. We started to get like really awesome ones more and more now. And that first one was from a guy named Jacques Snow, which you really liked.
I loved it.
And this one is from a guy named Gianni, Gianni. Is that Gianni or just Johnny but spelled Italian-y?
Gianni, I think.
Gianni Aiello. Thanks so much for listening, everyone.
They're just two guys who try to offer you advice.